Hi.
I thought it was awkward.
It is definitely
Red shoes. We could have matched today.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, someone's gonna go first. That's not me, because I'm always jumping in. I didn't know if you guys were like, ugh, fine. You want to go first?
Sure. Alrighty. Haven't even reread my notes. My first one was Huck from Image. And this is the second time I've read it. And I liked it a lot. It's new this week. It's got a guy who probably is likened to Forrest Gump. He's super strong and he's got a power to find things. So in a Forrest Gump way, he's very kind-hearted, and he does good deeds every day for the people in his town who keep the secret for him that he's got basically these amazing powers, because, you know, it's nice to live a life where you don't have to worry about people hounding you. So it chronicles some really nice things that he does for his fellow townmates and stuff, and the colors, the artwork was really neat, but the colors are this just really beautiful, like golden kind of tone, and it just overall, it was a really calming book.
Oh, it's throughout the book, the same colors.
It's like that same tone throughout the whole thing, and it just lent a really calming feeling with the story, so I was really impressed with the way that the art and the story worked together, and yeah, I liked it a lot.
So is it a Mark Miller written book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really nice. It made me happy. Yeah. And then we get progressively darker. All right. So
Wait for their
Black
happy
Knight.
place.
Black Knight was my second read by Marvel, and Black Knight is an Avenger who basically he's ruler of his own section of Weird World, which he calls New Avalon, and he's got his team where it's basically his bodyguard and his captain and other followers who fight with him against the Fangs of the Serpent, I believe. And it's a really neat environment where it's, I think they describe it in the book as if Quentin Tarantino wrote Wonderland kind of thing.
Oh.
And then in another place they describe it as if you tilt the universe on its side, everything that falls out would end up there, because it's this really interesting dark environment. Again, I really liked the artwork. Let's see if I can do this. Very grays and darks, and very combat related artwork, but then as you get into it, you get the environments. You probably can't see any of this. I apologize. It looks great.
Films like going.
No, I can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these neat landscapes where it's kind of, dinosaur-like, but with submarines jutting out from the
Cause
cliffs.
things.
Yeah,
Why not?
because it's Weird World. So that one I liked too. Very different, sort of them trying to get used to the place where they are. And he's the new Black Knight, so he's still getting used to the power of his sword, which is, trying to take him over.
Does this sword have a name? Something cool? I don't, just wondering, I mean, because you got Mjolnir with hammers and... Ooh.
The Ebony Blade.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
Thank you for putting that on the first page.
Score.
Yeah, and then the third one was Red Thorn by Vertigo, and it was really neat. It's I think the girl is from Scotland, returning to Scotland to find out about her sister who went missing just before she was born, like a year before she was born. And she's visiting all the places that her sister had been to try to re-find her. But she's got this power where if she draws something, I don't think it's all the time, but sometimes it actually comes to be like a person. The person will actually be created and have a life. So, yeah, I like it a lot. It's very occult, where it's kind of, she's trying to figure out her own power as well as her sister. So she's in Glasgow, sort of touring around, and this swamp beast comes and talks to her about,
They give her really good hair, by the way.
Yeah, gorgeous hair. Very much so. That was the first thing that caught me was the art style.
By the way, Laura is an artist, so she's always going to point out the art stuff.
It speaks to me. I like it. But yes, if I see something that I would love to draw, or a style in which I would love to express myself, yeah, it of course jumps out. But this is really neat. It and Black Knight aren't for kids because there's some language in Red Thorn. There's like a panel of sex, just one little bit. But it's Vertigo, so don't let your kids read it. But all three of them were good in very different ways.
Sweet. Hannah, you're up.
All right.
Oh my gosh, you got to read a cool book today.
Yeah, I read two cool ones. I read Miss Marvel, and Erin had been bugging me to read it, so I was like, well, you know what? I'll read it.
Is she gonna cry because she didn't get to do the review for this one this week?
Oh, there'll be good stuff next
We'll
week.
let her redo it next week and pretend like we didn't do it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Act
Well-
surprised.
Yeah. Hey, Erin, you're gonna do it next week.
Yeah. So this one kind of picks up from, I guess, another run, which I hadn't read, but it catches you up because this is more like it's kind of a flashback, and it's from a different person's point of view too. So she's an Avenger. She's in high school. She likes a guy who she told to move on without her, but then gets mad when he moves on without her.
Silly girl.
And so the artwork was really good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So it's like part of it is told like what had happened, like why he's dating this other girl that she apparently didn't. She says she didn't know about, but he was like, "You were there when I met her."
That's
And,
different than dating her.
Different.
But she told him to move on. So
Teenage drama
You know.
and new Miss Marvel.
So she's
But-
an Avenger, but she's a teenager?
yeah, she's in high school, and she's part of it takes place in the high school, and then there's the there's the
Cute blue creature at her high school.
those are the from Loki. The what are they called? It's on this page.
They're adorable.
They're
Yeah.
the lightning golems from Loki. Loki's lightning golems.
Sweet.
And they're in there, and they're pretty funny. He's got a cat on his head.
Why not?
One of them's got, and they're like they're holding,
crossing guards.
They're crossing, yeah. They're the crossing guards, and
I get it. Lightning
Yeah.
crossing. Sure.
so it was really good, and I will definitely be picking up number 2. All right, and then
No!
The floor is lava.
Star-Lord!
I'm buying this one anyway because I really love this one.
You know you
Star-Lord. I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna buy this one too because I've been looking forward to Star-Lord too. The artwork is really great on this one too. It's really good, and he's 18 in this one.
Oh, so not dating.
So,
what's her
No,
face?
no, this is before that, and it's great. He's working as a mechanic, but he sneaks
Yeah.
into the well, he's in the simulator, but he's trying to figure out how to.
Simulated?
Yeah, so well, because I mean, this is what's going on.
I know. Sorry,
And,
tattoo.
But I love that face, yeah. Because they get a Kree ship, and there's the
Mhm.
Kree ship, and nobody can figure out how to drive it. And he wants to become an astronaut really, really badly. Because his mom said that he could do whatever he wanted as long as he puts his mind to it. And his mom still dies, but it's differently than it is in the movie. And
His mom lied.
you know, and so they're like, well, you can't become an astronaut because you're not good enough, or they have their reasons. I don't know, but I don't think they're very good reasons because he's great. And then so everybody else picks on him, and he gets into fights. And they actually they kick him out. And his mom's best friend actually is the one who got him the job, and she's like, you can't work here anymore because you keep getting into fist fights and you keep getting in trouble and you keep using the simulator, and you're not supposed to use the simulator since you're just a mechanic. And
someone needs to abduct him right now.
so, but it's got a good cliffhanger.
Ooh, I like.
So
Cliffhangers are good.
yeah.
I love your notes over here. Avenger in high school, super busy but in love with guy that kissed her, but it couldn't work because he's so busy, or she's so busy. Love it. Perfect.
She was super busy.
She's just busy, too busy.
Yeah.
She's gotta wash her hair. All right.
No, she's busy being an Avenger.
Oh, that's way better.
Because she's an Avenger.
All right, so I read 3 books today. Not my 5 from last week. That was a little bit much. Although I enjoyed them all. Alright, so the first one is Marvel, Mighty Thor. And as all you guys know, or if you don't, I don't know what planet you've been on. This is Mighty Thor. It's a girl, and it's Jane Foster. Again, spoiler alert from like last year. So that's Jane Foster. Jane Foster is actually dying from cancer, so this actually deals a lot with that part of her life. It shows her actually in chemo. Kind of heartbreaking to kind of see into her motivation that she knows that every time that she transforms into the Mighty Thor, that she's killing herself a little bit. So this is cool. Cool cliffhanger ending. You'll want to pick this up. This is really great. Let's see what I'm going to do next. I'm going to leave the best for last. So, okay, this one. You know those times when you buy a comic book and you're like, this art's awesome, it's Jim Lee, and I can't wait to get it home and read the inside, and then it's somebody else, still a good artist, but not the same thing. Look at what happens in the inside. It's all really great. Okay, this is all watercolor. See, make Laura really happy. Yeah, this is great art. So, in this book, this is a storyline in which Bruce/Batman finds out he has been infected with a very deadly virus. He knows exactly how long he has to live. And the drama is fully intertwined with Joker, which he never likes to be intertwined with Joker, but this is, it's really intimately tied to this. I'm not talking about Nookie, I'm talking about there's some major problems that they're going to both have to solve together. So, gorgeous art. Pick this up. Oh, please, please. If you are looking for a new Batman series to be happy with, this is the one. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so Spider-Woman #1. Yeah, she needs to lay off the donuts. Because really.
Cakes.
Yeah. Super cakes. Yeah, she's pregnant. I missed the part of the story where she became pregnant. I don't know if this happened during Secret Wars when no one was paying attention. She got stuck in Weird World, or I don't know. And this book doesn't tell you either, at least the parts I skimmed of it. Because, wow, I wanted to shoot my eyes out. It was so boring, this book.
Oh.
Sorry. The last page is really awesome because something happens and you'll be like, oh, okay, well, now I know I read this book. Yeah, she's partnered with a porcupine man, and he's the one doing all the work while she sits around, and they tell her she can't do any superhero-y stuff, so I don't know. I'm sure it's going to get better.
That was one of the previews in the back of one of the #1s, like a few weeks ago when we did it.
Oh, yeah.
They had a little bit on this, and yeah, she was sitting on the couch talking to someone else on the phone about how, come on, how difficult can it be to, like, do a little bit of work even though she's pregnant? And it was excessively boring.
And she spends the whole first page telling us how much she doesn't want to be a mom and has never wanted to be a mom. Kind of got under my skin a little bit, having children of my own. If you don't want them, I'll take them.
Right.
Just stop whining about it. Okay.
Just
So, don't pick this up. I know you're going to, just to spite me so you can read it and see. Can't be that bad. But here, yeah, you've been pre-warned. This will sell out tomorrow because she's a baddie. All right.
I had to work that in.
I've been double dog dared. All right. books. There's other stuff too. We just can't read everything and do the review. We know you guys don't want to listen to the review all night long. So thank you for being with us tonight. Miss Erin, we missed you. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm not getting up to let things off.
Oh, you don't like seeing yourself get over? You know I let it run.